lovelies, it's your lovely Abbie Dagrin, and welcome back to my channel, lovelies. Today I'll be speaking on a natal chart analysis slash reading, and today I'll be doing one on Tristan Thompson. I'll be speaking on his characteristic traits and his personality traits based off of his natal chart. I will also be speaking on a lot of the success he's garnered and how a lot of the controversies he's been through has led to his natal chart. So please stay tuned for the rest of my video, lovelies. If you have not yet become a part of the Abbie Dagrin family, please make sure you hit that subscribe button as well as that notification bell. Also, please make sure you share this video with everyone you know, whether it's your friends, your family members, anyone in general who's a fan of natal charts or who loves Tristan Thompson. Also, please make sure you hit that like button because I know you guys will love this video and you will really enjoy it. Now let's get right into the video, lovelies. Tristan Thompson was born on March 13th, 1991, so this qualifies him to be a Pisces. So by him being a Pisces, he would tend to be a lot more compassionate, a lot more romantic, very artistic, very intensely empathetic and sensitive, and this is what comes with having a Pisces in Sun. Also, he would be someone who's very intuitive, very dreamy, someone who expresses themselves through creative endeavors, also someone who loves to care for people and just knows how to make people feel happy. They tend to like their loved ones, respect their loved ones, and just be protective of their loved ones as well. He tends to be someone who would surrender his time and dreams for his loved ones. So that's what it would mean with him having a sun in Pisces. Next up is his moon in Aquarius. And with this placement, he tends to be an oddball. He's built to be watched, questioned, and disrupt. He is shy and he may act differently. He regularly feels like an outsider and he wants to be in a position that makes him by himself. Also, this could be a hard placement for anyone because they may have not had the best childhood, and having a moon in Aquarius, people may seem or think that they're very aloof or they don't feel anything. However, they just process and show their emotions in a different way. And sometimes he can get lost in his irrational thoughts, and sometimes he can just not be the person that society would want him to be, or just be the person that people would want him to be based off of the moon in Aquarius. So it's a hard placement, but there are good traits to this as well. Next up is his Mercury in Aries. And with this placement, he tends to be someone who does not waste any time on getting to the point and not caring about the consequences. So with this placement, he can be impulsive at times and just doing what he wants in the moment. And sometimes he'll do what he wants or say what he wants now. And later on, then he'll think about it and be like, oh, yikes, this probably wasn't the best idea for me to do. He's someone who does not like to be put down or like to be held down. He's very positive, very enthusiastic, very witty, sarcastic, forceful voice, impulsive, can be impatient. He is very blunt. He's someone who doesn't like to beat around the bush. He usually talks about himself and his viewpoints. He's someone who wants answers now, and he doesn't carry grudges. Up next is his Venus in Aries. And this is a placement that is in detriment because Venus is uplifted in Libra and in Taurus, so the opposite of Libra is Aries, so it is in detriment. So they are the type of person that you can spot from a mile away. He has a strong personality and quite a strong character. He needs a relationship that's stimulating and exciting, or he will grow bored and lose interest quickly, and he will move on to the next person. He doesn't mind PDA, and he prefers to showing his affections through actions and words. He is not overly lovey-dovey, and at times he can have jealousy and possessiveness, but he dislikes stifled romantically themselves. So he may come as someone who's bold and bossy, but he's not too controlling, and he's loyal when he likes you. Next up is his Mars in Gemini, and with this placement, he's great at communicating, and he's an effective speaker, and he thrives on exchanging ideas. He's also someone who's very versatile and resourceful. At times, he can be very anxious and sometimes very grumpy. He is someone who likes to multitask, and he's someone who absorbs knowledge, and he's great at debating. He needs mental stimulation. He's good with his hands, and he prefers to be someone who at times like long-term projects, and he is someone who can have anxiety at times. He scatters his energy anywhere or everywhere. He prone to be harsh, and sometimes he can use very bad language. But this is a great placement in regards to communicating and just being in the celebrity world, because communication is important, and resourcefulness. Next up is his Jupiter in Leo, and with this placement, he tends to have an abundance of energy that keeps him going on all the time. So he's someone who's very energetic. He's the luckiest when he is in the lead and is working with others. He's also a person who likes to be surrounded with friends, family, and that's when his luck flows a lot more. He's also someone who has growth by being appreciated and creativity. He can either be warm-hearted or he has a big ego. He may like to be a storyteller. He's very close with friends and family, or he's someone who really likes to tell jokes and just likes to have fun with his family. And because of this placement, it means that he just loves to be around people and loves the attention. He loves to be boastful and show off his accomplishments. Sometimes he can be arrogant, but he really likes his family and friends in the best way. Next up is his Saturn in Aquarius, and with this placement, he tends to be in a career that lets him be eccentric, brilliant, revolutionary, and groundbreaking. He will need to find a mentor who is this way, and then he'll become this way. He loves to express his genius because it ensures he's smart enough to make a difference. He likes to break the mold because his career path is to be unstable and is not respected enough to push for change. But when he does go into it, then he'll know that he can do it. He loves to point flaws in the system. He loves to be as brilliant as he can be. He is someone who may go into technology, IT, science, breaking ground in the field, and anything that deals with building communities, making change, practicing breakthrough things, and also embracing ideologies and discarding old ones. Next up is his Uranus in Capricorn. With this placement, he's all about planning for the future as much as possible, and this was what makes him an automatic innovator. Also with this placement, he's someone who likes to have innovation. He's someone who likes responsibility, seriousness, being rational, and sometimes he does hunger for power, and it makes sense because it's Capricorn. He's someone who has practical solutions to changing society's attitude to customs, traditions, and authority structures. His logicalness and orderly manner of dealing with things matter will result in permanent and carefully planned but sweeping reforms. So this placement is very good because not only will he be able to gain the power and wealth he wants, but also to change things in society that other people before probably did not like or respect. So that's a good placement. Next up is his Neptune in Capricorn. And just like the previous placement, he's someone who likes to focus on ways to increase his power, wealth, and influence. And this is something that makes so much sense because it's Capricorn. They love to increase their influence. They love to increase their wealth and power. So that's something that makes sense. He's someone who may be reserved and refined, especially in areas related to control, power, fame, and success. He dreams of wealth and power even if he doesn't know how to attain it. He's someone who can use his imagination to just put his ideas into practical use and turn into money. He's very serious and likes to think things over. And he is someone who at times people can accuse him of not having enough compassion because he goes by tradition and he goes by what he wants to do. Next up is his Pluto in Scorpio, since he was born between 1984 and 1995. So he is a millennial. He's someone who loves to look into movements. He's into revolutions. He's someone who loves to face things that are considered scary. He loves or has an intensity for things that aren't conventional. He's someone who has a thought on collective issues. And sometimes he is someone who just loves to do things that other people may not like. So people in previous generations, with this placement, they know what goes behind the scenes and they want to be able to look into it deeper. Also, he's someone who wants to look as though he's fearless, and it's pretty true in a lot of cases. But they tend to be the type of generation to look at things from a deeper point of view than previous generations, and they know what's going on with society. Next up is his North Node in Capricorn. So with this placement, he's going to need to do this mission for him to really feel as though he's made it in life. So he needs to be self-sufficient, thank others for their willingness to help, but choose to take care of himself. Use the wisdom to create the life that he knows he can have. Identify with the Father within. Create goals for himself and execute them. Commit to his visions. Don't be afraid of hard work. Be the disciplined and responsible person that holds the fort together. He needs to not be needy and obsessed with the past, but he needs to know that the things around him contains everything that he needs in order to accomplish his goal. Surround himself with people who listen to him and appreciate his wisdom. And last but not least is to become the spiritual father that he's meant to be. So that's his mission in life with this Capricorn North Node. Next up is his Chiron in Cancer. And with the Chiron in Cancer, his womb is related to individual's sense of self-love and nourishment. So when he was younger, he might have likely undergone neglect or being harmed in his early life, influencing him to feel insecure, emotional, needy. He's the type of person who will lash on to someone with a parasite, trying to take any form of love he can or any type of care he can. He can end up being manipulating to others just to get a reaction out of them because he needs to feel like other people care about him. And he will also take for granted the people who do show him love and affection without realizing it. So he will need to heal himself by learning how to love and accept himself and cherishing the love that people do give him, and know that he deserves the love and make sure that he gives the love back that other people give to him. That's all I have for you lovelies today in regards to Tristan Thompson's natal chart. Please let me know down below how you felt about it. Did you get to learn more about him? Did you get a better understanding as to who he is as a person? Also, please let me know down below who else you guys would want me to do a natal chart analysis on. Suggestions in the comment section. Also, please make sure you hit that subscribe button, that notification bell, hit that like button, and share this video with everyone you know. Last but not least, please make sure you follow me on all of my social media accounts, for my Pinterest, my Facebook, my TikTok, my Instagram, my Twitter, my Reddit, and just everywhere else. Just please make sure you follow me and make sure you support my Etsy store and as well as my PayPal. Email down below. I love you all. Please stay safe and healthy, and I will see you guys in my next video. Bye, lovelies.